Yo, 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 yo. Told y'all I was gonna be getting back at y'all. Alright, so I know I've been MIA for a couple days, right? But I was basically taking this time out to go back and educate myself, reiterate, or make myself more knowledgeable, of a couple things that, I already knew. But I actually learned a whole lot more about this go round in the past couple days, you know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm basically here, I'm trying to touch bases with you guys on a couple of things I found out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start like this, I guess. So I read, I went back and skimmed through some parts of the Constitution, but what I was looking for really to see what was the definition of their definition of disenfranchisement, right? So their definition of disenfranchisement pretty much, states as somebody that's being treated in a discriminatory fashion, somebody that's being intimidated, or somebody that's having unreasonable requirements placed upon them. Ironic, right? Sounds like everything that was going on with other people in the world when they designed their constitution. Basically, so that's the disenfranchisement, and basically the disenfranchisement laws applies to basically the Fifth Amendment, and they were amended some in the 14th pretty much, and also the Eighth Amendment. That these are the rights that they guaranteed in the Eighth Amendment, like due process of law and stuff like that, right? So anyway, I reading through the disenfranchisement, I ran into a hell of a case. Dred Scott versus Stanford, Missouri. Basically, Dred Scott was a slave. He was born in 1799, and his master was I think it was Master Blow or whatever, right? So Master Blow took Dred Scott to Missouri with him in like 1820. This was like about 2 years roughly after the Missouri Compromise. So basically, if you don't know, the Missouri Compromise is when they agreed to every time that you admit a slave state, you have to admit a free state. You know what I'm saying? And even that went back to be amended. You know what I'm saying? In this Dred Scott case right here. So basically, Dred Scott, after being passed around to a couple owners, after living in a couple free states, which included Wisconsin and Chicago, but he still didn't run. He stayed with his master or whatever, and went back to Missouri. Missouri was admitted to the Union as a slave state, and they actually was the first slave state in the Midwest. They were the first ones to go sign up for that. But at the same time, Missouri was admitted. Their counterpart was Maine. Maine was admitted to the Union as a free state. You know what I'm saying? But forget that. So anyway, basically, so Dred Scott, he gets married. He has kids, and what happens is that his first master passed away. So then he was sold to another general of the Revolutionary Army, I do believe. He was sold to a general from there, and the general, he like I said, he moved them all around to all these different states or whatever. So the general got married to his wife. The general passed away. So basically, by 1857, Dred Scott had been to all the lower levels of court, and now he was in the Supreme Court trying to gain his freedom. Because honestly, if back then, once you hit a free state, you were free. But he still didn't run. He still stayed and did what he supposed. He was a man. So basically, the Supreme Court had held that they ruled against him and his wife, for their freedom, and they held that African Americans have no rights, no legal rights under the American Constitution. You got to think about that. Now, this is 1857, 3 years before slavery ended, right? I mean, I'm sorry, 8 years before slavery ended, and probably 3 years before the Civil War started. You know what I'm saying? So basically, they went on to say and say that we have no rights. So then the Civil War took off or whatever. Now going into the Civil War, let me jump into something real quick. So basically, the Civil War was won by a great military strategy, and freeing the slaves was honestly a great military strategy, and we always thought it was. I mean, I've always thought it was, but never really knew to the extent of what I found out. So anyway, your guy, Honest Abe, he only freed slaves in 10 states. These were the states that were the Confederate, the Confederate Union or whatever, and them are the only states that the slaves were free. That is crazy. So how everybody sit around and honor this man and say this man, you know, people don't even know better to say this man freed the slaves. No, this man didn't. This man had a great military war strategy. That's what this man did. All right, so speeding on now. So then, you know, we finally become free. The funny part is, though, we were freed in 1865. We still didn't gain any rights as a person until 1868. Crazy. 1868 is when they had, you know, they passed the 14th Amendment. They passed the 14th Amendment, and basically the 14th Amendment ratified what the 5th Amendment said and gave us rights as natural born, because we were born here or you had to be naturalized here. So they said anybody that's born under them terms are American citizens. So that was the gist of that part. Now, you have to say everything that I've been telling y'all, like, it all comes to play. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. These people have no respect, no remorse for anything that went on, and they will tell you the story that best benefits them and their outcome of whatever the hell is going on, man. You really got to think about the things that people, you know, that they're telling us. And I'm starting, you know, and as you find out the truth, like, you really, it's a shame that you feel like you've been actually being manipulated your whole life into just believing what somebody else wanted you to do. But guess what? You got to stay alert. Stay alert, man. Educate yourself. Go dig in. Take some days off so you can find out what you need to find about yourself, man. Stay up, for real.